Hey everybody, I'd be working with GTF2 up late, and we're discussing an arm cannon that would have interswappable beams. We're discussing a 4-beam option, and how we would proceed with that is basically recycle the same elements, and would all be on how you choose to dispense in that energy, and would all be in the future of the lensing. We're basically working on a heavily modified arm cannon that would have 4-beam that it could interswap. I don't want to go into explicit details, but it would remind you of Metroid Prime, the first one. It would imitate those kind of beams. One would generate it, for one electric shock. One would be a little more coal. One would be a little more fire, and one would generate a more uranium charge, like the power beam. Would be a standard arm cannon. So we'd be working on it. It would all be on how you would modify the same basic liquids and gases within the same chamber for all 4 beams. "22, would you be willing to come over for a little visit?" We could share in on thoughts on how to build a cannon. Could be a good idea. That's what I would do. I would imitate the arm cannon of Metroid Prime and actually redo it. Do it in a weapon, basically, that's interswappable in between lenses. Discover what crystalline element would condense and dispense in that particular unit. Uranium would be a good lead, as it would dispense in all 4 of these basic principles. That's the whole basic concept of it. You use and recycle uranium, to begin with, and find ways to modify the current to alternate into beings that will not even need water and sulfur, or just reuse and recycle the uranium pulse into these 4 beams, as uranium itself would contain all the basic elements. Therefore, I would already have an actual arm cannon that can dispense with all these features. I would have all 4 beams in my hand if I want to. But how would you do an actual cannon? Well, it's all on how you would dispense in those rays. What other element could dispense in all 4 capabilities? You would need to take a look at the element of table, which metal would be able to send a major electric shock from uranium that could dispense in those 4 basic principles. Well, you would have to focus on lensing. So anyways, that's the idea.